What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Today we're going to be talking about 2021. We're going to talk about my biggest successes, failures, and everything in between. So stay plugged in. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video, make sure you guys head on over to my Patreon page. You can select a membership level there, and you're going to get access to two things. One of them being my Discord community. It can be very active at sometimes. It can be completely dead at other times. But honestly, when there's something hot and really crazy to talk about in the crypto space, you're going to want to have a space plugged in so that you know what's going on right away. So my Discord can definitely offer you guys that if you're really trying to learn more about this crypto stuff and stay on top of things. You'll also get access to my videos up to 2 to 3 days earlier than everyone else on YouTube. So let's get straight into the video. We're not really going to be talking too much about NFTs today. I might talk more about it towards the end. I wanted to kind of tell my story from when I started back in 2016 and how I've had successful crypto years every single year since 2016. And I also want to get into the kind of I've had way more losses than I've had wins, and that's always going to be the case. But as long as your wins outnumber in like the mass compared to your losses, like if you make a significantly more higher amount from your wins than you do from the larger amount of losses, then that's going to pay off. And that's kind of been my story since 2016, and it's also the story with NFTs too. So I'm not done with NFTs. I'm not leaving them behind. I'm going to continue to talk about NFTs, learn about NFTs, and find the hottest new ones. But as of right now, they're not my most profitable thing from 2021 here. So, but I do think that this space is very, very new, and it's going to continue to grow, and you're going to see a lot of good stuff with NFTs. What has been successful for me, let me go ahead and move on over to here. This is a staking spreadsheet. So I've made spreadsheets in the past. I'm going to try and stay on top of this spreadsheet. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to look at this yourself, to click on the links yourself. So staking is kind of a hidden monster in the crypto space. Honestly, with years like this has been a year that's been really, really fast because there hasn't really been too much major profitable stuff. You haven't had like Ethereum smart contracts taking over the space. You've had a lot of oversaturation of kind of the same thing in many different avenues, but not one focused point where everyone's really being successful. Like we saw with the Binance Smart Chain, we saw with kind of some Uniswap altcoins when Uniswap first came out. There hasn't been that singular area in crypto all year this year. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making tons and tons of videos, among other things, which we can talk about again towards the end of the video. But because of the fact that there hasn't been so much going on, what I have been doing all year is staking. So staking means I'm setting aside some of the coins that I have, and I'm just letting them earn passive income over time. I don't have to do anything but leave the coin there in order to get passive income. So here we have, how much do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different staking coins that I got into either a long time ago or recently. We're going to talk about kind of all these really quickly. I'm not going to get into the big time details about all these coins. I mean, if you want to go in depth, maybe I'll make separate videos about them if you guys are interested, but there's plenty of other videos about each of these tokens individually in depth that other people have made. But what I will talk about kind of when I got started with them, why I got started with them, and how successful I've been with them. So let's go ahead and get into all of this stuff. First of all, the chart, as you can see in front of you right here, what we're going to be covering is the MIM spell token, or the Magic Internet Money spell token. That is the token that you can stake and earn some APR with. Some of these APRs are a lot higher, but of course all of them have different risk. But honestly, most of them have a similar risk in the fact that they're not going to dump to absolute zero for the most part. A lot of these coins are top 100, top 200 coins, and them just dropping off the radar is very unlikely to happen with most of this stuff. So let's take a look at the APRs first of all. Actually, let me name all the tokens first. So you have, like I said, the Magic Internet Money Spell staking. You have Million Token, which is a new token. We've talked about it on the channel before, but they do have staking available. Matic, which I've been talking about for a long time on this channel. Rose Coin, or the Oasis Network. I've talked about that in the past. Talk about all this stuff, honestly. IoTex staking, Cardano staking, Cosmos or Atom, Veracity, and Moonriver. These are the coins that we're kind of going to cover today. The highest APR, or the highest annual percent yield from all of these tokens, I actually don't have Moonriver here. I'm gonna have to update this, so bear with me. If you see anything, any errors in here, leave it in the comment section. I'll try to fix it. I kind of put this together pretty quickly, but nonetheless, the APRs here, your annual percent yield, the highest percent yield that you're gonna see from here is the Veracity staking at 25%. And that's been going on for a good amount of time since I first did my Veracity video many months ago. On top of that, you also have the token appreciation. So Veracity has been a much higher APR than 25% because the Veracity token has gone up much higher over the past few months. And the same case is true with pretty much all of these tokens with the exception of a few. But that's the other thing you have to keep in mind with APR. The percentage can be higher or lower if the price of the coin moves higher or lower over time. So Veracity doing extremely well, and even if the price of Veracity doesn't move too much downward or upward from here, still it's giving you a rate of 0.07% daily from staking that token, which is extremely good on its own without the token appreciation, price appreciation. So Veracity kind of comes in first with that. Then you have some other tokens which are a little bit riskier. The Spell token with the Spell staking. Spell has been on a tear, has been on an extreme meteoric rise. I think it's still kind of being discovered from people, but it's also up pretty high for the past month. So you can definitely see some dropping in there. But nonetheless, a lot of times with these staking tokens, these are tokens that you're not going to flip overnight. These are tokens that generally you're going to want to stake and hold for a longer period of time to get the APR, those rewards over time. Same with Million Token. Million Token has an APR of 16%. Excuse me, I do think that with meme tokens kind of taking over the space right now, that APR percentage can be significantly higher if the meme tokens continue to stick. And we'll talk about all this in a second as well. And then you have other things in between, and we have the lowest percentage of Cardano right now at 5%. But again, Cardano being a top 3, 4, 5 coin, depending on the day, this is a coin that most likely isn't going to dump to zero. So a 5% APR is still nothing to sneeze or to laugh at right there. That is a really, really good number compared to many, many banks. So again, what I've done is I've parked kind of almost about a third of all of my crypto earnings from 2016 until now into multiple different staking protocols. And these percentages, they do add up quickly, especially in times like this where there's not a whole lot going on. You can always fall back on staking to help you with your crypto journey. So let's get into the details of each and every one of these. First of all, the abracadabra.money Magic Internet Money Staking. The website looks like this. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into all of this, but you can see that the Spell token is currently trading at 0.024 cents. And kind of up on a tear, up 17% today, up 72% in the past 2 weeks, and even more in the past 30 days. This is a token that a lot of people have been bullish on overall. The protocol seems pretty solid, and you can do a lot of different things. I'm not going to talk about stablecoin staking in this video. That gets a little bit more complicated. But if you do want to buy the Spell token, you can go over to the staking right here and stake your Spell token immediately. Get the appreciation of that Spell token price and get that APR that's pretty nice that we talked about a little bit earlier of 23%. Moving on to the next one is Million Token. So Million Tokens, I'm sure you guys kind of knew, infamously or famously token that went up to close to about $200, currently sitting at about $22.59. I do think that this might be a prime time to really take a look at and potentially pick up Million Token if it does continue to kind of stick around here, which, I mean, the creator tech lead hasn't abandoned it at all. It did have its crazy monumental high of $200 at the very beginning, but it's been kind of stapling out at around about $10 to $20. So if you can pick this up for $15, $14, that would be great. But nonetheless, staking over here is pretty nice. Let's see, they have it down here somewhere. So they have your Million pool, earn up to 20% APY on Million tokens. You just simply put your tokens in there. Now, me personally, I'll get into my values for staking this, but me personally, I'm staking about 500 million tokens. And if I continue to make videos about this, I want to give you guys updates on what my rewards are. So starting today is going to be my start amount for all this stuff. So if I make a video tomorrow or 3 days or 4 days, I'll do my 4-day rewards and I'll let you guys know how much I've earned. That way you can start to really focus in on what staking can do over time. Because again, so many people, I know that so many people just kind of just ignore this and put it off the side, but honestly, if you have crypto sitting there and you're not spending it every day, and honestly, with a year like this year, I guarantee there's tons of you out there that fit this description. Find some good staking coins that you think are going to retain their value, and do yourself a favor and earn passively with your funds instead of letting them sit in your wallet. So that's my 500 million tokens sitting in there, making 20% APY. Next is Matic staking. So Matic, I've been in Matic for a long time, basically since, let's see, let me actually zoom this chart out. I think it's been about a year since I've been into Matic. It was at about maybe the 30-20 cent range when I purchased it. I guess this was earlier this year. Yeah, this was in the beginning of this year. And then it had a pretty high rise to $2.45. And today it's actually getting back up to close to that point. So we might see an all-time high for Matic pretty soon, which is pretty crazy to say. It's really been moving sideways. People have been keeping it under the radar. Today it's been doing phenomenal. And again, this has been kind of my saving grace for this year in 2021 because I've purchased so many of these tokens super cheap, and staking them for a long period of time got me some crazy good rewards. So I'll show you guys what those rewards are over a couple days time, and you'll see kind of what this has become. But if you look back at my videos from, back in the beginning of the year when I first started talking about Matic, I didn't put an astronomical amount of money into the Matic token, but it's turned into a pretty hefty amount just in the USD value of Matic alone. On top of that, my staking rewards are extremely good on a yearly or on a monthly basis. Honestly, it makes up for almost an entire job. I can just sit on the sidelines and do nothing and earn from the Matic staking alone. So that's kind of the mindset that you have to get into when you're looking for some of these coins is, can they potentially get to the levels that we're seeing, top 10, top 20 crypto? And what you put in there, can it turn into something that we're seeing right here where you're making a salary amount on a monthly basis from staking that token? So that's Matic. They have their staking right here. I'm not going to get too much into it. They even have a calculator for you guys to figure out how much are you going to delegate. It'll tell you how much you're going to be earning on a yearly basis. These calculators are very, very helpful for those of you who want to get started with this and kind of see what's happening. And before I move on over to Rose, I think pretty much the majority, with the exception of maybe 3 of these tokens, they're not on the Ethereum blockchain. I know the Ethereum blockchain has extremely high gas fees, so getting started costs a lot to buy the token, to approve the token, to stake the token, to unstake the token. It eats up a lot of money with gas fees. But with the majority of these tokens we're talking about, not on the Ethereum network, so you're not paying those astronomical fees to move tokens around. Next up is Rose. We talked about Rose in the past. Now, Rose is probably one of your best bets for purchasing onto here. So right here, you can see my Rose staked. I think I staked it a couple months ago right here. And the price of the Oasis Network or Rose token is 17 cents. It's pretty low. Honestly, it's actually over the past few weeks, it's been going down a lot. So again, the best time to buy is when these coins are low, not when they're at their all-time highs. So Rose probably might be one of the best bets to pick up and get to that potential of rising beyond its all-time high, and where you're making pretty nice profits on top of those staking rewards. But as you can see right here, this is my total stake. We'll show you guys kind of what the update is on this overall a little bit later. And these links, guys, if you want to click on them, they'll give you sort of an overview about how to stake. Some of these things are a little bit harder to stake than others. Rose is probably one of the hardest to stake, along with IOTEX. So read the guides on that before you guys jump into it. And then moving on to the next one, IOTEX. So IOTEX currently sitting at about 6.3 cents. This is another one that is kind of in the low. Since the last time I talked about it, I talked about these pretty much close to their previous all-time highs. I might have to zoom out a little bit more for IOTEX. So IOTEX had a previous all-time high of I think about 11, maybe 12 cents. It says 14 cents right here, sitting at about 6 cents, so pretty low, but again, definitely has potential to rise up. Now, again, I'm not going to get into the details about these coins because I've talked about it in the past, but staking with it, the mindset that I had with Polygon is the same mindset I'm having with these coins. And if even 2 or 3 of them do the same thing that I saw that happened with Polygon, it's going to be another huge success story for myself. But that's the mindset that you have to have with IOTEX. Buying this at 6.3 cents and getting to potentially maybe a top 30, top 40 coin, you're going to get a huge token appreciation value. You're going to get huge staking rewards, and it's going to add up over time. Cardano is the next one on the list. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time about Cardano. You guys kind of know what this coin is already. Sitting at $2. This is another one that's sort of low right now. Its previous all-time high is $3.09 about 2 months ago. So again, you have time to buy this coin before we start seeing smart contracts come out and staking it. And again, I really don't think this coin is going to disappear at it and go to become absolutely worthless anytime soon. So that's kind of makes up for its low 5% APR. I say low with quotes because like 5% is a solid amount if you're putting in a large amount into a trusted coin like Cardano. Cosmos, kind of on the same realm as Cardano. I think that it can grow similar to Cardano. Has an APR of double at about 10%, and their staking calculator is here as well. Staking Cardano and Cosmos is really user-friendly. You can do it on most big-time wallets, Ledger, Atomic Wallet, Exodus, many other wallets. Any wallet that you pretty much hold Cardano or Cosmos, you're going to be able to stake it most likely. Cosmos is sitting at $38.26. And again, I think their previous all-time high was $44. So we're not looking at coins that are touching their all-time highs like we're seeing with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So these are the ones that you really should be taking a look at. And then our final 2 of the day, before we kind of summarize this video, Veracity and Moonriver. So we talked about Veracity a lot kind of in the beginning. This is a token that has a lot of potential to keep going up. If you want to compare Veracity to something, I would compare Veracity to the Theta token, which I think did hit top 15. And Veracity is currently sitting at rank 169. So a lot of room to grow until top 15. And you're looking at multiple X's worth of growth right there. On top of that, you're looking at a huge APR percentage of 25%. Really good stuff right there, and the momentum is growing for Veracity pretty quickly. So this is one where it's kind of at its all-time high. So it's a toss-up whether it's a good time to buy or not. But it could do the moonshot that Theta did and just really get to the top levels. It's an esports type of coin. I won't say more than that. You guys can look it up for yourself, but this is a really, really good coin to research, in my opinion. And then finally, we have Moonriver. I just actually started staking my Moonriver tokens today. So this is another second layer solution blockchain. These tokens are honestly really, really hot right now too. They're silently growing, if you haven't noticed. I know the dog coins have been very distracting, but if you don't let those dog coins distract you, you can find things like Moonriver. So Moonriver is currently sitting at $387. Staking this is actually kind of expensive. I think you need 5 Moonriver tokens to start staking. So that's getting close to, what is that, like almost, what is that? That's a lot. I think $1,000, almost $2,000. So keep that in mind. But nonetheless, I do think that this is a token that, again, can be up there with your other second layer solutions, your Polygons, your Avalanches, your kind of, what else do we have at the top? We have Harmony. It's got a lot of room to get there. So still, you have that kind of double effect of waiting until it gets there, getting that price appreciation while it's getting there, getting those staking rewards, and those staking rewards getting appreciated in price value as well. So a lot of things going on, and that's the power of staking, ladies and gentlemen. So this is honestly what has been keeping me going over the past year in 2021. It has not been NFTs. It has not been passive profit platforms or smart contracts or farmer contracts or anything like that. It's been staking. And if you can get involved with staking, honestly, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of capital, and you don't have to do it on Ethereum. I know that Ethereum is expensive as crap to do anything with. So definitely keep an eye on staking coins, and I'm going to give you guys updates on my next couple videos about kind of what my daily rewards are from these things, so you can see a little bit of a better picture. But this screen, this whole chart is going to be available in the description for you guys to look through and click through and get to understand. Let me know if I made any mistakes. I'll fix them. I'm going to add to it, obviously, all that stuff. In the future, I might even add some more staking coins here too. And then finally, let's talk about the market in general. We talked about dog coins, kind of. Like I said, don't get too distracted with dog coins. You're gonna have some crazy, crazy rallies with this stuff. Honestly, like I remember a year ago when Dogecoin was doing this, I found Shih Tzu, and I was like, maybe I should buy some Shih Tzu tokens. I think that they're gonna do the same thing. And a lot of your dog coins are gonna be doing this, going up 2x, 3x, 10x. And it's not just dog coins. You're looking at meme coins too, even something like Million Token, going up crazy, crazy amounts. But honestly, most of these coins are going to do the same thing. We saw it happen with Dogecoin before. They're going to crash to nothing. So in my opinion, find coins that have fundamentals, coins that people aren't going to forget about and drop one day. Because I do think that people that own, like, there's nothing against making profits with Shiba or with Dogecoin, but people that own these dog coins 2 or 3 years out from now, you're going to have a lot of people saying, got all these dog coins, what do I do with them? There's so many other coins that do so much more, and there's going to be so much development over it. Even though these dog coins might have some development toward it, the fact of the matter is, the honest truth is, they weren't designed to be revolutionary in the crypto space, to be user friendly, to solve any type of problem, or to make something easier. They're designed to be funny and to make people money. And that's honestly what they're doing. And when that kind of novelty wears off, everyone else is going to move on, and make sure that you don't get stuck in that position holding the bags, for lack of a better term, while you're looking at everything else. Like we're seeing, like Polygon up 18% today with that staking. You have a lot of other coins that have the potential to do well over a longer period of time and keep their value, retain the value that they have. So that's just my 2 cents. But of course, if you are dog coin hunting, happy dog coin hunting. I do wish you the best of luck, and maybe I'll find a couple of these things. Actually, right now, I think it's probably not a good time. Maybe 4 or 5 days ago, but not now. Anyway, that's everything for today, guys. If you guys want to follow my channel, go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/kingoffomo, and support me there. You'll get access to my Discord and my videos 2 to 3 days early. I'll talk more about NFTs. Honestly, the other thing I want to say about NFTs, this is a space that it's probably a good time to be picking up some NFTs right now, because the NFTs are at kind of an all-time low. And part of that has to do with dogcoin mania pushing up gas prices, which means that nobody's buying NFTs. Like, if I did an NFT video every day, I'd be broke, because these things takes so much money. They're so expensive to just like purchase and move around. And it's the same case with everyone else. Once these gas fees calm down and people forget about NFTs a little bit, a lot of people are going to be purchasing these things again. There's some cool stuff happening with NFTs, like with Ether Orcs and a few others on the Polygon chain, where you can actually do stuff with your NFTs. There's some cool stuff going on. It's not it's not like user friendly right now with gas fees. Anyway, that's everything for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.